guys? Welcome back to this week's video. What we're going to be doing today is I'm going to be teaching you how to do what am I doing with my arms? They're just like all over the place. But basically today I'm going to be teaching you how to do a handstand because I don't know, contortion has a lot of handstands, so does gymnastics, so does dance. And I don't know, when I first started, the move that I wanted to learn the most was a handstand, because I was like, it looks so cool and you can like show off, and I don't know. So yeah, this is actually the second video for this week. I posted a little update video on Monday, I think, or on Tuesday, I'm not really sure, but I posted a little update video. What is going on with my hair? I have no idea. Sorry about my hair, that I just keep playing with it, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, like I said, I posted a video on why I was gone for a month and why I came back and all that stuff. You can watch it. It's on my channel, and I also posted a lot of TikToks as well. Yeah. Oh, I said a lot of things. Before I get started, remember to follow me on TikTok and on Instagram. My name on both social media platforms is just Basic Contortion, like always. So it is very easy to find me. So yeah, without further ado, I think we should just get started. Yeah, I don't know. I feel very excited today for some reason, and I feel like I'm talking really fast because I don't know how to position my hair, so I just keep flicking it around, but I don't want to tie it. That's not important. Yeah, let's get started. Also, I want to point out that this tutorial is a little bit, I wouldn't say advanced, but it is moderate to intermediate. It's not really beginner, but if you're flexible and if you can do the tricks that are required, you got this. I mean, I learned how to do a handstand when I had my splits and my back bends and kind of an elbow stand. I feel like those are the main things, and I just kind of went for it, but I wouldn't recommend you doing that. Let's get started. Step number 1, required skills. Also, I want to point out that this video isn't going to have voiceovers. I'm going to be talking the entire time, so it's basically like I'm teaching you here and now. So yeah, it's guided. What's wrong with my hair? Ooh, it's curly, but it's straight, but I don't know. Yeah, this is a guided tutorial, so follow along. Okay, first off, we're going to start off with required skills. Like I mentioned earlier, the skills that you need most for a handstand, I don't know if this is like a handstand tutorial or like a contortion. Yeah, let's call it a contortion handstand. A handstand tutorial. I'm guessing you're a contortionist? I hope so. Okay, required skills. For the required skills, my number 1 required skill, I recommend that you need is an elbow stand. So let me just show you. So you're gonna kick up. Yeah. I feel like if you have this, you're almost there. You know. Oh, I have not warmed up, and I feel like I can feel it. Oh God. Ah. Yeah, that's what happens. Oh my God, I need to throw up. Okay, another version of the elbow stand is just straight legs, which I feel like most people do. If they do something like this. I don't know. See, now for me personally, since I have a lot of back flexibility and not that much core strength, I personally find that straight leg elbow stands and handstands are a lot harder than contortion split ones, because when I'm doing this, my weight is evenly distributed, you know? As to when I'm doing this, it's not that I can't hold it. It just takes up a little bit more core strength, which I don't have that much. I'm not a strength person, a flexibility person, and also physically, it is a lot easier to balance with your legs spread apart. That sounds so weird. But yeah, instead of, you know, in a straight line. You can do your research on that if you don't believe me. But yeah, that is your number one required skill for a contortion handstand. Number 2, your good old back bend. Super simple, yet super effective. Now a back bend, I feel like a back bend, but like one that you can get into and come out of. Like that. You should be able, so for a back bend, you stand straight and you lift your arms. And your head should follow your arms, you know, instead of doing this, which a lot of us do. A lot of contortionists do. But I don't recommend doing that if you're a beginner because it can lead to injury. So just look at where your arms are and just kind of follow your arms with your head while you're bending your back. So like this. And make sure when you do this, when you place your arms, you start off, when you're starting off, your weight is all on your legs, and it is moving through your hips and your back, and then it comes to your shoulders. So when you step, a lot of people stay like this, and then they don't know how to come up because their weight starts going like on their toe. A lot of people do this. For the love of God, don't do that. It looks horrible and it's not good for you. So you want to make sure that you get that weight on your arm, on the palm of your hands. And then spread it through to your shoulders, see? So now it's balanced. And a good way to work on this is to kind of rock through. So, and when you do this, you should feel the weight moving. Again, it's very important. Keep your head in the right direction, you know, not like this. I mean, you could look down, you could look sideways. I know that one of them is harder. I'm not sure which one because I do both and I'm used to both. Yeah, so from here, when you have good balance, you should be able to, from your arms, move all the way to your arms and then use that momentum to push off to your palms, through your shoulders, through your hips, through your back. I have a back bend tutorial on my channel. I will link it down below. A great way to work on your back bend is with those stretches, as well as going up and down into your back bend using a wall. I'm sorry, my throat is just really dry. And I have a high voice, but I like speaking low. And I was upside down, so I cannot speak. But yeah, that is about it for the back bend. I just want to explain a little more because I feel like if you know the terminology and understand how it physically works, it will be a lot easier to actually get the trick. The last trick, play note split. Now for your splits, I'm not really going to go into a tutorial on that, but you want to make sure that your splits are square. A good way to keep them square is by putting the opposite arm on the opposite knee on both legs, like so. And you should kind of feel a stretch in. I'm doing a left split, so my left arm, the one that's going back, yeah, you should feel a little stretch there. And what else can I say about splits? For the splits, again, I have a full-on tutorial, so I will link that on my channel. I also have a full body routine, which I will also link in my channel. So for the splits, I'm not really gonna go into it because I feel like it's a lot harder than the back bend. Like you either have it or you don't. But another thing I would recommend being able to do is really being able to bend down, you know, forwards into your splits and go back and kind of grab your leg with the opposite arm. And then, okay, another skill I recommend, which is a great balancing skill, is a headstand. So very similar to, oh my god, to what I just showed you. Oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm wearing a necklace and it's in my ear. Why am I wearing a necklace with a sports bra? Because I think it looks cool, whatever. So for the headstand, there are a few ways. Now, I recommend, if you're going for the classic contortion handstand, just pushing up into it, because that's what I'm going to be teaching you. You could simply try kicking up, which it's the easiest and the safest way, and just kind of, you know. Or you could try like this, which again, a bit harder, and I will admit it's harder for me because again it takes up a little bit of core strength, which like I mentioned, I'm not a strength person. I don't have a lot of strength in my arms or my core or anywhere really, and I kind of rely on flexibility. So like, yeah, if there wasn't flexibility, I would be able to do contortion, but I would not be able to do gymnastics and like dance. No, dance I would be able to do, but gymnastics stuff, no. Because a lot of gymnastics stuff requires strength. We're talking about artistic gymnastics, oh my god. Yeah, that is about it for the headstand. You can really just, if you have a headstand or an elbow stand, you can really just try seeing how long you can hold it and just kind of mess around, play around. Like I'm showing, you could just do different things with your legs just to kind of get used to the feeling. Because this is very similar to when your legs are straight in a handstand, when you're doing, oh my god. See? Now this is why you need a back bend, so you can push back in. So you can really just get used to the feeling of your legs being in different positions. Because like I said, this is a tutorial for a contortion handstand, but again, it's good to be able to transition into different kind of handstands. And if you do have a straight leg handstand, I feel like this is one of the harder ones because from here, if you're flexible, you could easily do a split and a back bend and all the shebang. So yeah. I'm not really sure what to call this. I mean, this is a lotus or lotus. I don't know how that's pronounced. Yeah, I don't know if this really helps on balance. There was, oh yeah, I forgot the name. Basically, what you can do is a froggy balance, which if you don't know, it looks super funny, but you have to trust me. So what a froggy balance is basically you stand like, we're not standing, we're sitting. You sit like this and you kind of, open, okay? And you're gonna get your elbows underneath you and kind of, put them under your knees. And from here, make sure you're stable. I feel ridiculous. You will feel ridiculous. You have to accept that, okay? I'm just thinking about how I'm gonna post this. Okay, whatever. Yeah, and from here, just kind of lift up and straighten your legs. And you can kind of go into like this and go, yeah, a froggy balance. This is really good for your balance. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much all the required skills. I wouldn't say there are any other required skills. I'm not sure. No, I don't think there are. Maybe. I just can't think of anything right now. Yeah. If you can do push-ups, if your arms are decently strong, I think you're pretty good. And if you're flexible, again, I think you're pretty good. I feel like the required skills that I gave you show strength and flexibility. So if you can do them, I feel like you're pretty good. Yeah. If you can do push-ups, if you can do arm strength things, go do them. They'll probably help you. I have a little confession. I can do contortion, I can do a handstand, I cannot do a push-up to save my life. Okay, step 2, warm up. Now, for contortion handstand, you need to be pretty warmed up. Because if you're not warmed up, then you're gonna screw the process. You could just get injured. So, I'm gonna show a few quick stretches that will help you. And then we're gonna move on to step number 3, which is just working on the handstand. Okay, I have not once in my life, no, actually, I don't know, but I've never seen someone make like a very, very good explanation or tutorial on the importance of shoulder flexibility. So I'm gonna teach you, because you need flexible shoulders for a lot of contortion moves, and people are just like, warm up by doing this. Honey, no. Unless you're planning to fly off to, I don't know, a different planet. Yeah, that's not helping you. So let's do some shoulder stretches. Also, before that, let's warm up our necks. Again, I feel like shoulder and neck flexibility, people don't talk about that enough. Also, follow along to what I'm showing you and hold it for the exact same time. I'm just yapping about random stuff, but I feel like that's what makes it more authentic. Yeah, what I like to do is just kind of do circles. I kind of crack my neck. I don't recommend doing that. It just feels good for me, but like again, don't do that. Just do this for a few seconds. Yeah, I don't have a certain time. I just do it to the point where I feel stretched. I do some neck rolls. Again, I don't have a specific number on these. I just kind of do it till I feel good. Okay, shoulders. So for shoulders, I like doing this. You can follow along. If this gets hard, feel free to stop, pause, and skip to the next one. But what I like doing is I have double, like hyperextended shoulder. No, it's double jointed elbows and hyperextended arms, was it? I'm not sure, but I'm hypermobile, as some people call it. So what I do for my shoulders is kind of, yeah, if you can't do this, then don't do it. This is just something that works for me, and it works really well for handstands. Again, I did mention this is not a beginner tutorial. It's pretty, I would even say it's advanced, so yeah, keep that in mind. Moderate to advanced. I keep forgetting what I'm gonna say because I'm just distracted, but yeah, I do some of these, and then what I like doing is from here, you can kind of play around with it. Let me turn to the back actually. So from here, what I like doing is I kind of just pull my elbow, yeah, and just kind of hold it. This is really good for this part. So you can just stretch that out like so. And again, I don't really have like a certain amount of time where I'm just like, oh, 10 seconds, 20. I just kind of hold it to wherever everything just feels really loose and really nice. I recommend just holding it for as long as you can and until it feels good. Now, I want to point out, you shouldn't feel pain. You should feel like slight pulling if you have it warmed up, but that's as much as you should feel. Like it should progressively start feeling more comfortable and more comfortable. And something else I like doing is this. So yeah, just things like this. If you can do this, but make sure to stretch out your shoulders. Not stretch out, keep them straight. Yeah, if you can do this, definitely I recommend doing it. Also, I feel like tutorials like this where I'm explaining it, this will be a longer video, but also more effective because I can explain while I'm doing it. Because when I just record, I do voiceovers, but then I don't have enough time to say everything I want to say. So then I can't say the most important things. But like this, I can explain all I want, and I don't care if it's a long video because at least I'm explaining. Okay, something else I like doing is just kind of like this. I'm purposefully showing you what it looks like from the back because there's not really much to see in the front. Like most of what I'm doing is this. Now keep in mind, I'm showing you how I stretch and warm up my shoulders. I'm not telling you do this. I mean, I am telling you do this, but obviously if you can. If you can't, I have a full body routine on my channel. I will link it below. I do some more moderate beginner moves there for your shoulders. So if this is advanced, you can just use that video to warm up. That's a great video to warm it up too, but like I said, this is more advanced. So yeah, let me just show you what this looks like from the back. Again, I don't have a certain amount that I do. And just make sure that it feels good. You can obviously do circles like that. Yeah. You can stand up while doing these, but I don't think there's any point of standing up while doing shoulder stretches. I'm so sorry. I know we're doing a lot of shoulder stretches right now, but like that's one of the most important things for a handstand. And another thing I do is just kind of hold them. Now, if you want to do more of these, you can obviously feel free and to pause the video and do as many as you want to do. I'm trying to rush this out as much as I can because we're only on shoulders and there's a lot more to warm up. But also make sure to warm up really well before doing any dangerous things to prevent injury and to improve your technique and flexibility and strength and all that. I'm advanced and naturally flexible, which is why I'm lazy, and I'm like, I'm naturally flexible, I can do this without warming up. But like, even if I can do it and I don't get injured, I just end up feeling really sore the next day. So definitely warm up. You could do this as well. It also stretches out this part. So yeah, I can show you. I don't have to, because when I do a voiceover, what do I explain? Like, it stretches out the muscles next to your ribs. Yes, I mean, those muscles have names, but some of us aren't good at anatomy. I mean, biology. I don't know. I know that I know nothing at all. Okay, oh, you could also do something like this. I feel like I've showed you some of these in my other stretching videos. Yeah. I feel like we should move on to shoulders though. I love stretching out my shoulders. Also, for somebody flexible, I have horrible posture. That's why I feel shoulder pain. And if you have shoulder pain, this will help you as well. Blah, blah. Let's move on to wrists. A lot of people don't really pay attention to wrists, but they're very important while doing handstands because there's a little tip that can make your handstands feel way easier. Let's do some acting together. Get into the zone. No, we're not doing magic though. Pretend you're a frog. Like we did earlier with the froggy. Okay, I need to be more serious. Oh my god, I can't be serious. I'm very serious. I'm a very serious person, but when I do things I love, I'm super unserious. So do things you love. Don't be variant. This is a handstand tutorial, it's not a life advice. Okay, pretend you're a frog. Literally, instead of, I promise you, please, I'm begging you, don't do this. The right way to do it is like this. Really, really spread out those fingers. And look at that. No, I'm not flexing. Yeah, just make sure you don't have to spread them out as much, but the more you spread them out, the easier it is. And also, oh my god, I don't have nothing to grip onto, but I need a flat. We're using Ariana Grande to show you, but you're gonna just, when you do it, you're gonna like, yeah, that's how your arms should be gripping on. Thank you, Ariana Grande, for being in my video. I met Ariana today. Okay, we're gonna stop. Yeah, you're gonna grip on. That's why we're doing that. Again, I have very flexible fingers, as you can tell. Whatever. Yeah, for your wrists, I recommend just kind of doing this. It doesn't even have a name because it is so basic. You could do this. Stretch it. You know those like, let me recreate one of this mistake. For your wrists, you could just kind of do circles. I recommend keeping your arms straight while doing the circles. Like that. Ooh, you could also like stretch out your elbows. I don't really pay attention to elbows, but I feel like elbows are also very important because keeping your arms straight and a handstand obviously helps a lot. Also, you should never bend your arms in a handstand. I mean, you can to like a certain extent, to a certain degree, but like you know, sometimes just like, because nobody's arms are fully straight. You can like slightly, even I do it sometimes. But, you know, not like this because you will fall to the ground. Okay, let's move on to back flexibility. For back flexibility, we're gonna do like 2 to 3 stretches that are really good for your back. Like I said, if you have a back bend, work on that. Something that I really love is a knee back bend. Keep in mind this is a knee back bend. And this is more of like a knee bridge. So the back bend is just more bendy. So yeah, there's not much to this. Like if you can do this, then I just recommend holding this for a bit, rocking back and forth in it. And another great one, like I've showed you a million times, is I don't have enough room for my legs. I'm sorry for the wall. Okay, I'm gonna scoot up a little bit. But yeah, a seal and bend as much as you can. Keep in mind, this is not a seal. This is something contortion-y, something that I do for fun. It's also great. It's a great stretch. But this is the initial seal. You're just gonna make sure you either keep your head like, you know, or fully back. But don't like this, because you can tell by my voice that I can't speak because my neck is like, you know. Yeah, it's very important for your head to be in the right position, otherwise your neck will hurt and it also will not look that good. So you either, you know, you stick to this or this. Not something in between, because right now I feel the tension all the way like from right here to somewhere here. And then something else I recommend that's quick and easy for back flexibility is a bow pose. What you do is you grab onto your ankles and you kind of straighten up from here. It also feels really good on the shoulders. Now from here you can straighten your legs if you want. You can keep them bent. If you are flexible enough and if you have enough strength to kind of flip your arm to a different direction. And see what I'm doing with my arms? You kind of flip them, and from here you can just do that, you know? And it's cool. And if you can't do this, a really basic thing, oh my god, that you can do is, I don't even know what this is called. I used to know, but it's not the name. If you know the name, comment down below, because I will be lazy to research it later. Yeah, I feel like most people can do this. Pretty solid. That is about it for back flexibility. We're going to move on to forward flexibility, then left flexibility, and we're going to move on to step flexibility. Once again, sorry for this video being abnormally long, but handstands are a more complicated skill. It's not something you learn in 15 minutes, but I'm so sorry for you. You could do about 15 minutes. It's not enough for you to learn it, let alone for me to explain it. So, yeah. To balance out the back flexibility, some forward flexibility that you can do is obviously a pike. And hold it for as long as you can. Or if you can't do a pike, I mean, it's still a pike, just a less bendy version. Instead of going fully down, you could just grab onto your don't want to be slouching, because a lot of people, when they stretch, they do like this. And they're like, oh, my back hurts. And the previous day, they're like, my back still hurts. You gotta straighten it out. Keep your back straight and you can go into it. You know? A lot of people do this and they're like, oh, I'm so fat now. Because that creates tension right there. Yeah. Or if you're even more inflexible, which maybe, but I don't think you guys are. You know, I'm not going to roast your inflexibility. You can simply do this. Which really, in reality, it does nothing, like I said. Unless you're very inflexible, which I feel like most people, their level is around here. Just make sure to keep your back straight. And yeah, that's about it. Something else for flexibility. I feel like if you also flex your feet, instead of pointing them, flexing your feet stretches out your hamstring muscle, which makes it harder. It just gives you an overall better stretch, which doing this while your feet are flexed can help you while doing it like this. Now obviously to do something like this, touching your toes, or is it still called a pike? I'm not sure. Yeah, some of my terminology really sucks. I don't have names. But yeah, as you would go down to touch your toes, you can see, because now when you're standing, your feet aren't pointed. You're not, oh my god, you know how that like stretched up? Yeah, whatever. But your feet are the way they would be, as if they were flexed. So, you know what I mean? So first you can start with your feet spread apart a little bit. Ooh, don't keep them in like that. Sorry, that was my mistake. Yeah, keep them spread open, just like a tiny bit. And from here, first try with your knees. And if you can, go further and grab either your ankle or your foot. Actually, your ankle first. And make sure that back is straight and you're looking down, that you're not like slouching. Again, that's really bad for your back and it does not look good. And what is my weight on the heels of my feet? It should be evenly spread out. This is, it's good when you're using a front camera. Like if you're doing this in front of a mirror, it's good because you can see how your form is. Anyway, if you can, try grabbing. And try going further. Like that. And if you can, grab the back of your ankles. And like that, you know? But again, this is more advanced. It's like, if you can do this and like if everything is straight and the form just turn out like this, and you should, even I feel like I'm like this sometimes, which is wrong. But you can put your feet together. That. Yeah, that was about it for the. Oh, you can also do a downward dog. A downward dog is really good as well. I feel like you should be a lot more spread apart than I am. It's kind of like a triangle. A downward dog is also really good for your hamstrings. And hamstrings actually are really good. Now for leg flexibility, as you're in this position, you could just do kicks. I recommend doing 10 kicks on each leg. I don't have the time to do that right now because I kind of have things to do. But yeah, from here, 10 kicks. I'm sorry that you can't see my leg. I don't have room in my room. I don't have space in my room, but you can just do kicks like that. I recommend doing both sides, but mainly And lastly, for leg flexibility, some great stretches that you can do. Number one is a lunge. Again, do this on both legs, and from here you can kind of experiment with it. You can do this, which it doesn't have a name, but from here you can do this one. Again, like I mentioned, I will link down below my splits tutorial, my full body stretch, and my, the back bend. So yeah, I will link down all my tutorials that will help you. So let's move on to the last step, which will take the least amount of time for me to explain and the most amount of time for you to work on. That sounds very fun for you guys, and very fun for me. Step number three. Step number three. I don't have a name for this because I never have names for things, because my life's a mess. But step number three, yeah, I don't have a name for it. Step number three, prep, basically. Okay, so as you would kick up in an elbow stand, what you're gonna do, you're gonna stand straight and you're gonna lift up your arms. Now from here, I'm just taking a few steps back because I need some space. From here, with your arms lifted, what you're gonna do is you're gonna put the leg that you're gonna kick off from in front of you. So you're just gonna practice. Keep your arms by your ears, make sure everything is straight. So you're gonna just, if you're gonna do left splits, then use your left leg. If you're gonna do right splits, use your right leg, and blah, 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 blah. If you're lefty, use the left. If you're righty, use the right. So you're gonna take your dominant leg and you're gonna step like that, and you're gonna kind of bend it and make sure everything is straight. So you're just gonna practice that a few times for the momentum. And once you get used to that feeling, you're gonna just try leaning forward. And a key thing in this is where your head is looking. So, you know, when you're practicing, practice like this, but then you're gonna practice another drill, which is gonna be kicking. So you're gonna do a kick as you would, and make sure your head is looking like at your arms, you know, down, not like this. You will move it eventually. You will eventually move it later, but for now, look at it, like, don't look at, yeah, make sure your head is just looking straight. You shouldn't be looking too much to what's in front of you or what's, I mean, you can look at what's behind you. I recommend looking at the floor when you're starting. When direction, it should be by your ears. That's why you should know where to position your leg. So as you're on your dominant leg, you're gonna take your non-dominant leg and you're gonna kick it. And you're gonna do some drills kicking it. And when you get used to kicking it, you will kick to here and then bend this one and just try pushing off. First, I recommend keeping this one bent, and you can slowly start straightening it. I recommend keeping it bent first, just so you kind of know how to feel, because if you do straighten it from the beginning, you will get a lot more momentum and you can fall back. That's why I recommend trying this on a wall first, but when you are using a wall, I can't use a wall right now, just imagine I'm using a wall. When you use a wall, I have a wall but you can't see it, just look at this leg. Make sure that this leg isn't like this or like this. When you're using a wall, you should be flat against it, like this. So definitely use a wall first. Use a wall, and when you're kicking up, when you get used to it, also make sure you're getting enough momentum. I know it seems hard, but the only way is to practice so you can feel it, because you won't be able to know what enough is like until you feel it. That's a huge part of contortion, is how you feel it. So yeah, just practice and try slowly straightening out your leg. So if there's not enough momentum, you'll be like this. If there's too much, you'll fall over. But if you have the right amount of momentum, you should, So do those drills. And once you've gotten good at that, you can try this. So as you do this, you go down like this, and then from here, you just and you stand up. Just practice that a few times, not a few times, practice that as much as you need to. Practice with the wall first. If you can, I definitely recommend being able to do a front and back walk over. What you can do is from here, oh my god, I'm sorry. From here, you can just try, you can use different objects. And when you're doing a split handstand, I definitely recommend when you're doing contortion handstands and split handstands, your head should be facing this way. Like I'm showing, because if you're facing here, you fall, and it's bad for your neck. Like I explained while doing this heel, it's the exact same thing. So that's a note that you should remember. If you're doing a straight leg handstand, your head is facing that way, but if you're doing contortion, your head should be facing as if you're doing a back bend, so your head is facing the other way. So let's add that all together and see the final contortion handstand. And again, from here, you can do whatever you want. So yeah, that was it for this week's video. I feel like this is one of my best tutorials because I give you a lot of advice, which is important. So yeah, I really hope this video helps you get your handstand. Be patient, keep working on it, use my other tutorials. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a big thumbs up. Remember to follow me on TikTok and on Instagram. My name is both social media platforms. It's just that. So it is very easy to find me. So yeah, that's it for this week's video, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye!